The story takes place on Pandora, where Jake Sully leads the Omaticaya clan with Neytiri. They have 3 Na'vi children, Netayam, Loke, and Tuk. They also care for Kiri, an adopted daughter linked to Grace Augustine's Na'vi avatar. The children befriend Spider, a human boy left behind from a previous expedition. Neytiri's animosity towards the Sky People makes her believe Spider should be with his own kind. Amidst their peaceful life, Jake's world is shattered by the arrival of a RDA spacecraft, causing destruction and death to Pandora's forest and its creatures. Jake and Neytiri lead their children and fellow Na'vi to safety, witnessing the devastating aftermath. They stand together, embracing one another. A year passes, and Colonel Miles Quaritch awakens in his avatar body. He attacks his former comrades, now transformed into Na'vi. Quaritch discovers the truth through a video log he left before their failed mission to destroy the Na'vi's Tree of Souls, which led to their own downfall. Armed with advanced weapons, Quaritch decides to return to Pandora with a single goal: to annihilate Jake. The RDA, having established a mining base and a settlement named Bridgehead City, has colonized Pandora. In response, Jake rallies a group of Na'vi warriors mounted on their Ikran creatures to engage the human forces and disrupt their aerial fleet and supply routes. Netayam and Loke attempt to join the battle, narrowly escaping severe harm. Jake ensures their safety but reprimands them for recklessly exposing themselves to danger. The group returns to the camp and reunites with the clan. Jake and Neytiri have a heartfelt discussion about the impact on their children. Spider accompanies Loke and Kiri to the Human Research Facility, where Norm Spellman and Max Patel are working. Kiri has a meaningful conversation with Grace's avatar, while Spider struggles with his knowledge and resentment towards Quaritch, his father. At the RDA base, Quaritch and his team meet with General Ardmore, who updates them on recent operations. Ardmore highlights the advantages of the Omaticaya and devises a plan for gaining the upper hand. Meanwhile, in the forest, Jake's children and Spider stumble upon Quaritch and his team inspecting an abandoned link unit. The villains discover the children, realizing they are Jake's due to their 5 fingers. Quaritch encounters Spider and recognizes him as his own son. Calling for reinforcements, Quaritch summons Ardmore and her squad. Meanwhile, Quaritch takes the remaining children hostage. Jake and Neytiri receive an alert and rush to the scene, surprised to find their archenemy alive in a Na'vi body. Neytiri fights back, eliminating some of Quaritch's team before a firefight ensues. Jake and Neytiri rescue their children. Quaritch and his allies escape, taking Spider with them. Ardmore plans to extract information from the boy using harsh methods, but Quaritch intervenes. He convinces Spider to cooperate, fearing the scientists' inhumane experiments otherwise. Jake passes the leadership to Tarsem and embarks on a new journey with Neytiri and their children. Riding their Ikran, they head towards the eastern seaboard, seeking refuge with the Meetkaina clan. The clan, led by Tanawari and his expectant wife Ronal, gathers to meet them. Despite initial judgment from Ronal and others due to their mixed heritage, Tanawari, acknowledging Jake's accomplishments as the Toruk Makto, offers them shelter. He instructs his children, Aonung and Sireya, to help Jake's children adjust to their oceanic surroundings. Quaritch and his team proceed through the dense forest, with Spider serving as their translator for the intricate Na'vi language that the team is striving to grasp. Quaritch, determined to assert dominance, forcefully establishes a bond with his own Ikran, mirroring the Omatikaya's connection. Jake's children eagerly join Aonung, Sireya, and Rokso on an underwater expedition, exploring a vibrant reef. While the children discover their own unique abilities to bond with aquatic life, similar to the Omatikaya's bond with land animals. During an attempt to connect with a creature, Loke is swept away by strong currents, causing a moment of concern. Meanwhile, Kiri effortlessly connects with the creatures, facilitating an engaging interaction between one of them and Tuk. Jake and Neytiri are guided in piloting the versatile Tsurik, which gracefully maneuvers in both the sky and beneath the waves. Loke bonds further with Sireya, who teaches him effective underwater breathing techniques. They explore deeper into the ocean, riding creatures that provide them with air. However, Aonung and Rokso show hostility towards Kiri because of her mixed heritage, leading to a physical confrontation where Loke retaliates by punching Aonung. Netayam joins the fight with Aonung's companions, causing Jake to admonish his sons for their actions. To resolve the conflict, Jake urges Loke to apologize to Aonung. Reluctantly, Loke offers his apology, and Aonung invites him to join a hunt. They venture deep into the ocean, but Aonung and his friends deceive Loke, leading him to be attacked by an aggressive akula that kills his mount. Loke swims desperately towards the surface, running out of breath while the akula continues to pursue him. In a dire situation, Loke is saved by Payakan, a majestic tulkun whale-like creature. Loke removes a harpoon from Payakan's fin, earning the creature's trust and gratitude. Jake has a conversation with Kiri, who feels a deep connection with the goddess Iwa and experiences unique sensations. Jake reassures her that she is special and not abnormal. They are interrupted by Loke's return, and Tonowari scolds Aonung for breaking the rules by taking Loke beyond the reef. Loke takes full responsibility, protecting Aonung from punishment. Jake expresses his disappointment in Loke's actions, but Aonung gains newfound respect for his brother. Loke shares his encounter with Payakan, the outcast Tulkun, with his siblings and Sireya. They discover that Payakan is shunned by the other Tulkun. Loke attempts to deepen his connection with Payakan in order to uncover his history. Sireya then leads the group to the Ancestral Cove, where they witness the mesmerizing eclipse and explore the underwater Meatkaina Tree of Souls. Kiri connects with the tree and communicates with Grace. Their joy is short-lived when Kiri experiences a severe seizure, and her siblings swiftly bring her back to safety on the shore. Norm and Max's efforts to assist Kiri are in vain, but Ronal successfully revives her. Norm speculates that Kiri's visions might be linked to frontal lobe epilepsy. Lyle Wainfleet informs Quaritch about a radar signal detected from the gunship used by Norm and Max. The villains team up with Captain Mick Scoresby and Dr. Ian Garvin on a whaling vessel. The Meatkaina tribe develops a deep bond with their Tulkun companions, particularly Ronal and her soul sister, Roa. Their peaceful life is shattered by the arrival of Quaritch and his team. They mercilessly kill a Tulkun and intimidate a Meatkaina woman to disclose Jake's location. Spider, appalled by his father's actions, attempts to intervene. The villains proceed to set fire to the trees and homes of the Meatkaina. Loke seeks to uncover the truth behind Payakan's outcast status. He enters Payakan's jaws and establishes a connection, witnessing the heartbreaking tragedy of Payakan's family being killed by the whalers. Loke wants to share this revelation with the Meatkaina but faces opposition from Jake. Loke confides in Sireya, finding comfort in her belief and support. The whalers launch their assault, using harpoons with inflatable devices to harm the Tulkun, including Roa and her offspring. The Meatkaina, led by Ronal, swiftly arrive, filled with anguish as they mourn the loss of their beloved soul sister and her child. Tonowari and Ronal, joined by an angry group of Meatkaina, direct their anger towards Jake, holding him responsible for leading the villains to their sacred land, as they had predicted. Jake realizes that the Tulkun are in grave danger due to the whalers' tracking devices and urges the Meatkaina to warn them before more lives are needlessly lost. Loke ignores Neteyam's warnings and risks his safety to warn Payakan. Sireya, Aonung, Kiri, and Took join him in showing their support. They discover that Payakan is already tagged with a tracker, signaling imminent danger. Neteyam contacts Jake and Neytiri to inform them, and the parents quickly initiate a rescue mission for their children. The whalers attack, targeting both the kids and the Tulkun. Jake, Neytiri, and the Meatkaina warriors engage in a fierce battle. The children are captured and held captive on the whalers' ship. Quaritch takes advantage of the situation, holding Loke at gunpoint. Just as Jake is about to surrender, Payakan senses the peril and bravely leaps out of the water, crashing onto the ship and taking down multiple whalers. The Na'vi warriors and the Meatkaina join forces, defeating most of the whalers with help from Payakan. Scoresby tries to harpoon Payakan, but the Tulkun retaliates, causing the deaths of the men on the boat and severing Scoresby's arm. The kids escape, and Kiri uses her powers to manipulate the ocean. Spider also turns against the humans and reunites with his Na'vi family. During the intense battle, Neteyam saves his siblings and friends but is shot and fatally wounded. The family seeks refuge on a rock, trying desperately to save Neteyam, but his injuries prove fatal. Neytiri mourns, and the entire family is devastated by the loss. Quaritch contacts Jake, revealing his possession of Kiri and Took. Determined to confront his nemesis, Jake enters the sinking vessel with Neytiri, Spider, and Loke. Neytiri eliminates Quaritch's team while Jake frees Took. Quaritch emerges, holding Kiri hostage. Neytiri seizes Spider, forcing Quaritch to release Kiri. Neytiri escorts the children to safety as Jake prepares to fight Quaritch to the death. As the vessel sinks, Jake confronts Quaritch underwater and subdues him. Loke saves Jake and helps him escape with Payakan. Kiri summons underwater creatures to rescue Neytiri and Took. Spider abandons Quaritch and joins Jake's family, who embrace him as their son. Jake prepares to bid farewell to Tonowari. Tonowari declares that Jake and his family are now part of the Meatkaina, extending a warm welcome to stay. A solemn funeral is held to honor Neteyam's passing, and his body is offered to the Tree of Souls with love and reverence. Jake and Neytiri connect with the Tree of Souls, delving into their shared memories and communing with Neteyam's spirit. Jake and Neytiri feel the profound bond they share with their new family and the significance of safeguarding their newfound land. Jake pledges to be a steadfast protector, dedicated to fighting for the safety and well-being of his loved ones and their cherished home. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this review, give it a thumbs up. And subscribe for more insightful movie analysis. Stay connected with us as we explore the fascinating world of cinema.